Hey guys, welcome back to PNW Guitar. My name is Mason. And here I have my number one guitar that I use for all of my band's live shows. My band is called After Hours. We are from Vancouver, BC, Canada. We play like indie rock, kind of like some heavy metal stuff, some lighter rock. Let's just call it rock and roll band to keep it nice and simple. I don't really know where else to fit this in other than that. But today I want to talk a little bit about what my live setup is, because I hadn't really gigged that much before I got into this band, and now we've done a lot of shows, and it's kind of taught me quite a bit about what the best things about having a simple and straightforward rig can do for you. So what I want to show you here is, first off, my guitar. It's my PRS CE24. This is a 2-humbucker guitar with a floating bridge. It's got coil taps for more single coil sounds, and the whole reason I got this guitar, besides the fact that I think it looks awesome and I wanted something super versatile, was the fact that I can get the heavy humbucker sound along with some kind of nice single coily sounds. And then right back. As you can also tell from the sound clip there, these are super clear guitars, and we play in a 3-piece band, and I feel like these have a nice sweep of the kind of sonic spectrum of the mid-range. I'm also singing when I'm playing, so I wanted something that I didn't have to screw around too much with. I've got enough on this guitar with the 3-way switch and the push-pull that I can get a lot of different tones out of it. And our band plays a number of different kinds of songs, from stuff that's fairly heavy to things that are a bit lighter. And I thought what I'd do today is kind of show you guys my rig and kind of run through a few of my sounds. My entire live sound is basically this guitar into a Line 6 Helix, which I've got on the floor behind me here. And our opening track for our set is a song called Sanctuary. So I've got that pulled up here on my Helix, and I will show you really quickly kind of how we open up our shows with this. So So that opening portion of our song is done on the bridge humbucker of this guitar, and then I'm playing through the Helix, but what I'm modeling it after is a rev generator on the red channel. I really love the sound of that, and for high gain stuff, that is my absolute favorite amp model that is inside of the Helix. That song goes into a bit of a lighter section. It's got a little bit of chorus on it, so I'll show you that really quickly. I usually roll the volume back to about 8 on here, go to the middle pickup, and you will hear here that so the middle pickup between these two humbuckers, that selection there, sounds awesome with this kind of sound. And it's nice and light, and then we go back into the heavier section for the chorus, and then there's a solo section at the end that's just got that same sound with a boost on it. Love the sound of that. It's my absolute favorite and sounds fantastic. So that's what I'm using for here. There is another sound that we go for on this set. Here, this one's called Love Song. And for this one I use that coil splitting tone, and I rolled back to the neck pickup split, and it's got kind of this sound to it. So that's nice. It sounds kind of like a reggae sort of sound. I listened to a lot of Bob Marley when I was a kid. I love that sort of tone, so I like that kind of upstroke like that. And that's kind of what I was going for with this song, something a bit lighter. So I really like that. And then what I've also got here, because of the content of the song being maybe a little bit more adult than some of my others. So it's got a little bit of an auto on it, just kind of gives it that flavor that I like. And I find that to be a really awesome sound. Big part of the reason I use this guitar, it's got that sort of single coily sound that I love, and it's awesome. From there, we go to a transitional song that's not released yet, so I'm not going to play that. But then one of our other singles that's come out here is played on this guitar with this sound. It's called Walk Away. If that progression sounds somewhat familiar, I kind of ripped it off of the Jimi Hendrix version of All Along the Watchtower, like the... And I just kind of pivoted it a little bit, so I went descending. And I really love the way that that particular sound comes up. That is more of a Fender-y kind of guitar sound, and this is actually one of my favorite sounds on this entire setup that I've got going. It's just got that snap. That's a really awesome sound. It's got the same kind of vibe that I would go for if I was doing like a... I'm not going to play too much of that because I'm not trying to get flagged, but you get what I'm going for. And then the closing to our set is a song called Lie to Me that's very much, it's a 1-4-5 in A, and it's all major, and what I was doing is pedaling off of, doing that Hendrix thing, wrapping my thumb around the back of the neck. So I'm hitting the root note, and then kind of pedaling that into the chord. So it's a bit of a more fast-paced song. Came up with that one just doing an exercise, and I really liked the way that it sounded. And it's one of our best songs in my personal opinion, so it's got something along the lines of and then we throw a delay on for the main portion with the singing, and just allow that to ring out. And then there's a transitional piece, we go to the end, and then we just rock that song out with a small key change towards the end. And that is pretty much what my live setup and sound is. Beyond that, I've got hearing protection, because that's super important when you're playing live. Wouldn't recommend that you play live without hearing protection. I also really wouldn't recommend that you play in practice spaces or very loud environments in general without some kind of hearing protection. So if you're going to a lot of concerts and you've ever left with your ears ringing, it's a good sign that you're getting some kind of hearing damage going on. If it's only happened to you a few times, it's probably not permanent, but definitely keep some hearing protection in so you're not hurting your ears, especially if you're a musician, you don't want to lose your hearing. That's kind of your bread and butter, so try to be safe with that. And that's going to be it for today. Comment, like, and subscribe. If you're interested to see more about my live show, about my band, or my live setup, let me know. Until next time, this is B&W Guitar, and I will see you guys later. Bye!